This air umbrella shelters you from the rain using a powerful stream of air.
Alright, so have you ever wanted to be an absolutely awful human being? Someone beyond hope of ever being able to achieve more than you are? Boy, do I have the ability for you to just become an absolute dickbag, an absolute douche, a cock swallower of a human, if I could say. I introduce you to the air umbrella. Now, the air umbrella uses a beam of air, well, supposedly. This never reaches fruition. Just spoiler alert, this never reaches fruition. But it's supposed to create an air pocket around you that deflects all the rain. And I have a nice little demonstration for you right here of it. In any kind of like rational world, that is an absolute douche thing to carry on you. It's because, a normal umbrella, water falls down, it rolls off the sides, and it just goes down. No. What if we create an invention that just blasts water at absolutely everyone around you and keeps you dry at the expense of literally every other human being that you're interacting with? This is what we're talking about. Now, fortunately for every single decent, rationalized human in existence, this is never created. This is never sought after. However, it does create one of the lasting legacies of the Kickstarter. And I want to introduce you to somebody. Superbacker Michael. Now, Michael invested in this. He invested $128 to be one of the very first people to get his air umbrella. And so I dug through almost 7 years of this site, of this Kickstarter, just to kind of follow the whole goddamn story that is Michael Superbacker. And so over it, there's a bunch of twists and turns. And he even makes a friend that I want to talk about later. It's Raheem. But it's just best to just experience this story. Now, I've gone through and gotten the best. This is the very first post that we have of Michael Superbacker on the site. And he's congratulating Air Umbrella on a successful Kickstarter. They're incredibly successful. They raised over $100,000 on Kickstarter. Now, where that money went, no one knows. It's sad. But here at the beginning, almost 7 years ago, Michael is excited. He still contains his youthful charm. He is so naive of the sorrows of this world. However, that will change. His life gets thrown out of whack in that very December. It said December delivery. It's January 9th, and I haven't received my umbrella yet. Are they already sent out? Poor Michael. Doesn't even realize the world that he's in. Doesn't realize that this company doesn't care about him. But yet, the doubts are here. They're starting to have a foundation. And they evolve. And sadly, Air Umbrella announces that they can't give the umbrellas. The umbrellas aren't ready. And so they promise refunds. Refunds that'll never arrive. And then enters Raheem with this announcement of the umbrellas. Raheem seeks his refund. He doesn't want to be an investor anymore. And he begs. And Air Umbrella seems to hear him. But they don't answer his calls. Raheem will never get his money back. He'll never get his refund. And so life continues. But Michael doesn't give up. He wants an update. He wants to know, where is his air umbrella? Where is it? Where is what he was promised? And then the 6 months continues. And he wants his refund. He starts to get a little bit serious. And so he wants what's rightfully his. And then Michael goes through and explains a little bit about his experience with us. About how he's been a part of 30 campaigns. But has never seen anything like this. The Kickstarter just went quiet. It's been months since they last logged in. All Michael wants is an update, his umbrella, or a refund. Kickstarter, why won't you help him? But no help comes. Another man in the community, Peter, Now, Peter understands that there's risk in supporting these companies, these Kickstarters. You don't always get a refund. In fact, oftentimes they run off with your money. But as Peter says that, I have money to throw around. 258 won't hurt Peter much. But people like Michael with their invested $128, they don't have enough money. He wants his umbrella or his refund. Michael replies frequently throughout, "Where's my umbrella? Did they even start production?" But Michael knows his answer. They never did. They're never able to get the production off the ground. There is no umbrella for him. But he naively claims and clings to it. Now over time, he goes through and talks about other Kickstarters and all that. But sadly, the thing that he is missing is that the Kickstarter's been silent for over a year. He has lost negative 150% faith that they'll be getting umbrellas for Christmas. How will Michael Superbacker survive this cold, arduous winter without his poor air umbrella? Raheem, he grows unrestful. He starts spreading dissent in the community. He hopes the creator rots in hell. Now Raheem, he doesn't lose hope though. He still points out is that technically they promised that they would return the money before January 31st, 2016. Raheem hopes that they keep their word. But they won't. And then Michael comes back to Raheem and says, if they're building it as we speak, but he doubts it. No communication from them. What if someone moved in over a year's time, which people already have? I have. There is no way campaign creators just do not vanish after funds received. If they ever come back, I want an apology. But Michael doesn't get it. Poor Michael Superbacker, devastated time and time again by Air Umbrella. Now Michael starts to get desperate. He needs that money back. He's waited long enough. Air Umbrella is treating him poorly. They need to treat their donors right. But they don't. And eventually, Raheem and Michael, they both come sadness. Raheem messages Michael, says, Michael, I want my money back. Michael replies, Raheem, I want my money back. And with this, a friendship is beginning to build. These two men, combined in terror and sorrow over their lost money. Michael and his $128, Raheem and his less than $100 investment, since we know he's not a Superbacker. But, like Michael was afraid, Christmas comes, and he has no umbrella. Where is it? Where does it belong for him? Now Raheem comes back. This is finally Raheem giving up his hope. This means we're not getting a refund, right? You take our money for what? You haven't updated us on anything. So what has the money been spent on? Your holidays? Your new car? What have you spent our money on? Please explain why you have to raise funds for the refund. Now Raheem starts to get very upset. And Michael, they take two different routes. Michael is begging and pleading. Raheem turns to violence and cursing. He's angered that this could have ever happened to him. Now Michael, he goes, and this is where we start to see Michael change as a human. He goes and he begs, explaining that he's poor. He needs his $128 now. But that will change. He starts to get angry and furious at them. He wants his money, but it never returns. And so next, Michael pleads with the law. He's talking about lawyer and civics and all the fun economic stuff that we ignored in high school. But where's the lawyer? He's seeking the legal counsel. But what will it bring? And now, he just begs. Anything, any kind of attention, warmth, human attachment, someone to feel sorry for his continuance and loss. But few people answer him. Now this is the last time we hear from Raheem. Raheem says, let's find this man and kill him. This will be the very last message that Raheem sends that we know of. And so things will change for the Kickstarter. A YouTuber, Penguin Zero, he finds their plight and comes to their aid and produces a video telling the plight of Michael, Superbacker, and Raheem. But to no avail, it doesn't change. And so that's the part of Michael, Superbacker, that I want to tell. Now, he does continue on, but to be honest, after the videos released by Charlie, Michael just becomes clouded by this like fan base that he's built and people that are need the story. But it doesn't change. He goes through and he creates like an elaborate narrative about him trying to find what happened to Raheem, about what happens with this, that, and the other. He starts trying to create like almost this blog thing out of humor. And honestly, it's kind of sad. It's certainly not the Michael that I've gotten to know over the length of the Kickstarter. But it's just sad. It really is. Now there is a happy story to this. A person does in fact go and build a air umbrella for Michael Superbacker. One of the tech guys on YouTube, I can post a link in the description when I edit. He goes through and creates it, but it just goes to show you. I want to say like how naive some of the people are in this world. Now I genuinely feel bad that Michael got basically schemed out of his $128, but we have a lesson to learn. Michael has been spending almost 7 years at this point begging for like resolution. He's begging for his umbrella or his refund. And so with this, it's kind of pathetic at the end of the day. It really is. It's so pathetic. He's sitting here and he's basing his entire, honestly, the last 7 years of his life being salty over $128. Now, money lost is money lost. Was it really worth it this time? Anyway, this is the conclusion of what I wanted to leave you guys with. Thank you for watching.